Hi friends and fellow earth angels, it's Gladys and welcome back to another one of my pick a pile readings. And this reading will be themed healing messages from loved ones in spirit. Now my intention when I created the space for this, the question was, what does your loved ones want you to know? Now this could pertain to something they want you to know about your life, insight into what's going on with you, or it could be them giving you messages as to what they're doing and how they're feeling. You know, I believe mediumship is a gift. It's one of my most favorite aspects of the work that I do. And I'm going to give you 3 choices to choose from. I chose the word harmony today, I chose the word faith, and I chose the word peace. So sitting within, maybe it's a word that resonates with you, like, yes, I feel like I need this, or I think I need this, or this is the way to go. I'm gonna pull the cards right here on camera. Maybe that will be how you choose. If you're not interested in watching me pull the cards, feel free to skip ahead. I put the timestamps in the description below. And for those of you who like to know what cards I'm using, I'm gonna start, as always, with the Talking to Heaven deck. I am going to get additional messages from the Cherub Angel cards. I believe butterflies and transformation is an amazing sign from your loved ones. So we're gonna go into the Butterfly Oracle cards, as well as animals. Your loved ones can come in the form of animals and bring messages. So I chose the Archangel Animal deck today. And then we're gonna finish up with Guardian Angel messages. What is the most important message that they want you to know for the Guardian Angel energy? All right, so I'm going to open space by inviting in all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator of the universe, and all those holy beings of light who would like to assist. I'm going to ask that they escort in your loved ones and their vibration. And I ask that the messages that come through be for your best and highest good, and the best and highest good of all concerned. All right, let's begin. So connecting with the loved ones who chose pile 1, harmony. It's the most important message that you have for the harmony pile. Okay. Let's see. And faith. What is the most important message? I'd like to start with the faith pile. Peace pile. It's the most important message to see his loved ones. The peace pile to know. Additional message for the harmony pile. This one and the faith pile. What do you want the faith pile to know? There's a couple here. And peace. Peace pile. Their cards are wiggly this morning. All right, so let's go into the butterfly transformation. What message do you want the harmony pile to know? There, and the faith pile. finally, peace pile. Where do you want the peace pile to go? Okay, let's see. So there's a few of them there. And the animal, Archangel Animal deck. What? So most important thing you want the harmony pile to know. Let's go with this one. Faith. Faith pile to know. I love doing these readings. I love to see how it all takes form and comes out. Peace pile. I hope you love watching them too. If you do, hit that like button. There we go. And finally, a guardian angel message. This one's for the harmony pile. Guardian angel message do you have? Harmony pile. A lot of times we like to believe or connect our loved ones with guardian angels, that they're watching over us. So it's the most important message that you have for the harmony pile. Let's go with this one. And the faith pile. Okay, so let's go with this one. And finally, the peace pile. What message do you have for the peace pile? Just to be clear. Friends, so let me get these set up for you. And give you one final peek to connect. And there really is no right or wrong with these readings, just as long as they're resonating with you. If not, you can always choose another pile. You could be watching because maybe it's something you need to share with somebody else. That could also happen. All right, so once again, harmony, faith, and peace. And let's begin. And for those of you who chose the harmony pile, welcome. And the first message that came out is, I am just a thought away. And immediately, one of the messages that I'm getting here is that your loved one wants you to know that they're not gone. They're not missing. And all you have to do is think about them, call upon them, and their energy is right by your side. I feel like this may be a message for some of you who may be feeling disconnected or alone, or maybe you haven't felt them around, and this is their way of coming in and letting you know that they're with you. Now, I'm also being drawn to the girl here with the dog, so especially this could be a message for somebody who lost a pet, and they're just a thought away. You know, there's this energy here that shows you the closeness of the pet to the little girl. And also too, I want you to also feel that image of your loved one next to you as well. I think in one of the comments in my other videos, somebody had asked if these messages can come through for pets, and I say absolutely. Our loved one, I mean, our pets are definitely high vibrational beings of light that come here and help us transform in a lot of ways. This also could be a message who has a loved one in spirit. Maybe you lost a pet recently and your loved one is letting you know that they have your pet. Or it could also be that your loved one is telling you that they're with the pets in spirit. Maybe they had an animal that has recently passed. So that is the initial guidance, but also to understand, I think a lot of times when I do this mediumship work, a big part of why clients come to me to connect is just to know that their loved ones are okay and that they're with them. You know, there's a lot of people going through difficult times right now, and a big transformation process, and it is always comforting to know that our loved ones are with us. So if you have been wondering recently, like, do they hear me? Do they know that I'm calling upon them? Are they listening? This is a sign that says yes, and in turn that creates inner harmony within. So the additional message, it says sharing makes everything more fun. Again, there's this little girl energy. So one of the things that I'm feeling about that message is your loved one sees that you can be feeling lonely or isolated. And this message sharing makes things more fun, meaning maybe they're encouraging you to go out and have some fun with a friend or family member. Maybe go on a visit to somebody you haven't seen in a while. Share your thoughts and feelings with others instead of bottling it up. You can certainly do that in the comments if you feel like you want to express something or you want to share. My intention is to keep this as a safe space as I filter the comments. So sometimes sharing your experiences and your own messages, the aha moments, the funny ways that your loved ones have come to you and reached you with the funny stories, that can make the healing process easier. But I feel like your message that your loved one is saying here is that you don't have to go it alone. That opening up to support from others, sharing your feelings, saying, you know, I need assistance. You know, maybe there's been a loss in your family and you're healing and okay with this loved one, but yet there's another family member that's not. So if this is a grandparent, for example, if one of them was left here still and they're missing their loved one, maybe sharing food or maybe sharing time with them could be an additional message. Again, this is a general reading, and I feel like your loved ones are covering a broad spectrum right now, so please just take in what resonates. Even the smallest part of these messages can resonate as truth, as needing some support and healing with what you're going through right now. But I'm almost feeling that somebody in your life may be struggling with a loss or the same loss, and sometimes getting together and going to chat and spend time, or maybe getting out or going for a ride. You know, I'm thinking places like Yankee Candle or a pumpkin farm, or taking a drive to see fall foliage if you're in New England. Things like that can be very healing for the soul. So I feel like your loved one in spirit is wanting you to know that they see maybe you're isolating and you're sad and you're feeling alone, but they're also showing you that there are options, and you know, sharing time with somebody can be very healing in a lot of ways. So there are two butterfly messages here, and I'm getting retirement and new career. Oh my God, this is so funny. I mean, these couldn't be any more in alignment. So one of the things that I'm getting here is if you're being challenged right now, it may be time to retire old beliefs, old ways of thinking, feeling trapped in a situation. And I feel like the new career means there's something new on the horizon. Now, for some of you, you could have a loved one in spirit saying, if you're hating your job or you're not happy where you're at, it may be time to retire that and step into a new career. So this may also be very literal for some of you. And that you're going through a transformation process and you don't have to go it alone, and that they're there with you. Maybe they're acknowledging that they're aware of what you're going through right now. But this is also the ending of a cycle. We are ending a decade. 2019 is an end of a 10-year decade. So we're retiring a lot in 2019, especially being in this last quarter of 2019. And so I want to ask you, like, what are you ready to retire? What old belief system, what pattern, what repeated cycle are you ready to retire and leave, and then step into a new light, new energy? And this is the transformation process. And I feel like your loved one is saying right here, maybe there's a lot of disharmony in your life right now, and the root of it may be connected to work. It may be connected to your soul growth. The loss of a loved one can also perpetuate the feelings that life is short, that I need to live my life. So I feel like anything that's being restrictive here, anything that's like a repeated pattern or cycle over and over that's creating disharmony, I feel like your loved one is saying, it's time. It's time to recognize it, see it. Now, this doesn't mean I am not giving you the guidance to go quit your job right now or quit whatever is like causing you stress. What I am saying is sometimes releasing it to God and surrendering it, saying, I am ready to leave this situation and I'm ready, willing, and able to do all that it takes to move into a new light, into a new direction, into this new decade of 2020. And so just the idea of surrendering it. Now, when you surrender something, it means you have to take action as well. And so you can also ask the divine to open up doors for you to make it clear. So if this is literally a job, sometimes doing a resume, going on LinkedIn or job websites and seeing what's available is an option. It can be a very scary thing for change, and it can be very isolating and you can feel very trapped in that, especially in jobs that we're just not happy with anymore. I mean, I've certainly had that experience. I left a corporate job to open up my practice, so I understand the feelings and the emotions that come in. And also, too, this could be something if, I can support you in any way through my divine guidance. Certainly book an appointment. But, besides the fact, this is a perfect energy. And of course, the two of them together saying, okay, it's time to end a cycle and it's time to step into something new is very profound. So of course, the animal message is an ant. And here we have Metatron's cube. So the ant message says, cooperate for the highest good of the community. Cooperate. Sharing makes everything more fun. Connect with your loved ones. I feel like they're saying, like, there's a lot of loneliness here. There's a lot of alone feeling, or there's like this feeling I'm getting of like what you're going through is like nobody understands. Maybe other people seem to be fine with where they're at, but you're not. And I feel like this message, cooperate for the highest good of the community. I almost feel like they're saying, like, being open to receiving support, being open to receiving guidance. Ants all work together for the greatest good. And I can't even tell you how beautiful this is. So even like meditating on Metatron's cube is incredibly powerful. So it is said that Metatron is the angel that works with creation, and his job is to make sure that all humans who are born on this planet are different in some way or another. And he oversees the harmony of all those differences. So one of the messages I'm getting here too is you can call on the Archangel Metatron, or you can sit and meditate on his cube to get more clarity about your own divine plan and what you've come here on this planet to do. Again, maybe it's job related, maybe you're soul searching, maybe you're sick of repeated patterns, maybe the energy that you're around hasn't been fun and you're being asked to step out of that. And I feel like your loved one is showing up for you today to say that you're not alone, that they're there, they're with you, and they're supporting you. Now, this could also be a collective of loved ones. This could be all your family members on the other side banding together to support you in this transition. From this decade to a new decade, or whatever is coming for you here. Wow, that's powerful. And so Metatron knows more than anyone, like, how you fit in this world and the work that you've come here to do. I say so often, if we could all tap into our own inner gifts, focus on that energy and how we shine a light in the world, we have a much more peaceful planet, right? And so we can only lead by example. I think earth angels for eons have been telling people we need to fix and save and change and make better, and that just energy is just creating more resistance. And right now the universe is saying, like, the planet needs to see your light. You need to be out, you need to be awakened, you need to be alive and feeling good. And if these old cycles that are creating disharmony are keeping you trapped and stuck, I feel like this is where Metatron is saying, I can work with you, I can assist. I know I'm part of the creation process that I co-created with our Father, God, Creator, Source, Universe, the essence of you. And I feel like this is a message of getting back to that. Now, the final guardian angel message is, Angel of Solitude. Oh, geez. And I feel, as I'm saying, like, validating, we're in this isolation place. And so maybe, of course, fall, right? Transformation, things are ending, completion. I mean, these cards couldn't have come out more in alignment with each other. So the Angel of Solitude here, 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 is about new beginnings. So maybe you've been feeling this. And your loved ones and God, Creator, Metatron are coming in and saying, we want you to feel and experience this. So both are in an energy of solitude. One is isolating and one is connected and free. Because remember, regardless of who or what comes in and out of your life, you have yourself. And I think we live in a society, in a world that's told us that we need to have people around us all the time. We need to do things with other people. And if those people are no longer, or those situations, those experiences are no longer a vibrational match, you can be around a ton of people and still feel isolated, still feel alone. And so I feel like, of course, we have butterflies here, which is all about transformation. So if you start seeing butterflies, there's your sign. It's the divine showing you, your loved one showing you that you're in a transformation process. And they see that you're in this space, and they would love you to move into this space. And how to get in this space? I'm just a thought away. Creator. The more you can focus your attention on Creator and that love and that high vibration of unconditional love and being open to receiving that energy, the more your life is going to change. We need to co-create with this energy together. So I feel like there's a shadow and light side of this Angel of Solitude, right? And so getting out with people and having fun and sharing your feelings and getting support is powerful. But also know this part of you, this solitude part of you, is also powerful. Because really, regardless of how many videos you watch, regardless of how many messages you get, nobody can really tell you but you, right? And so my intention for these readings is to support you with messages to validate what you already know for yourself, to validate those feelings that feel like truth, like, yes, Gladys, I feel that, and I'm going through this right now, and they give you a pathway. But really, this is so general, and so much more can come from this, but all you have to say is, God, I believe. Call on your loved ones and saying, show me the signs. And sometimes it's just being present in the moment. It's just bringing yourself back to your physical body and your breath, and seeing the beauty of nature all around you is awakening. Just those small steps can create more of this energy. So they see that you're here. They're showing you the beauty of fall, the ending process, right? The death, how death can be so transformative and so amazing, because, in the grand scheme of things, we know that nothing really ends. The leaves fall off the trees, they go into hibernation, and then they come back in the spring. It's so symbolic. So many of you are going through an ending. Maybe your physical body is purging something. Maybe your spiritual soul self is calling out to you, and you're feeling it through unfulfillment, through sadness, through loneliness. And I feel like Creator is saying, you're never alone. All you have to do is bring your energy to that high vibration. Connect often, every day, all day, to stay connected, and it won't matter where you're at and who you're with, because you'll be fulfilled within yourself. Wow, beautiful messages for the Harmony Pile. So thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with this, please hit the like button. It helps more people see the reading. If you watch this and you feel like there's somebody you know who it could resonate with as well, please share. And I thank you so much for watching. Sending you love with heavenly hugs. All right. So for those of you who chose the faith pile, welcome. Let's begin. So the first message out is tears cleanse the soul. Wow. So one of the messages I'm already getting from this is the purge and the release and the cleanse. I feel like your loved ones want you to know that you're not alone, that they're with you through the tears. Maybe some of you are holding back tears because you don't want to cry or release, but it really is a very cleansing process. So one of the messages that I'm getting, I almost feel, first off, I feel like the father energy. And that father energy, now this could be Creator, or it could be your own father who's in the afterlife, who, the masculine energy, the healthy masculine provides an amazing degree of stability, structure, support, safety. And I'm feeling that father energy coming in right now, knowing that you may not be feeling safe, secure. You may be feeling scared. Maybe you've got some situations or some experiences that are coming up. Maybe they were your rock. Or maybe you're learning so much more about yourself through their loss and their transition. And I'm feeling like that energy saying it's okay to cry. It's okay to cleanse. It's not weakness. It's actually very healing in so many ways. This is also a message from your loved one that says, I see you. I'm with you in your moments of darkness. That's why I say I feel like this could be, if you haven't lost a father figure, I feel like this could also be Creator, God, source, the universe, unconditional love vibration, whatever that is to you. And I'm feeling guided to share with you that you're not alone, that they're with you, and that's where the faith comes in. Some of you may need a release. Some of you may be judging your emotions right now because you're sad, and that is okay too. So additional messages here. Wow, there's nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. And then the other message, spend time with pets. Wow, huh? 2 cards with pets and animals. So let me start with, there's nothing to fear. So getting back to that message or that guidance that I was getting about that father energy or that masculine energy, because it could be a grandfather, it could be an uncle who was like a father, it could be a godfather. So, you know, I just don't want to pigeonhole and limit it to like a biological father. It could be a man that raised you, that maybe not your biological father, but he was a father figure in your life. And I'm feeling he is there, again, creator, to support you right now and to remind you that there's nothing to fear. Even though you could be having experiences right now that can be incredibly scary. Maybe you're feeling like your foundation is shaky and it's being rocked, and this is the person that created solidarity for you, and maybe you're not feeling their energy. This idea of spend time with pets. So for those of you who may be allergic to pets, for those of you who may not have a pet, I'm almost being guided to share with you, you could also go out in nature. Maybe you have a deck, or maybe you have a trail, or maybe there's a park around you, maybe even the ocean, and spending time with the birds and allowing yourself to receive messages from animal spirits. This could also be it's funny because this message is very similar to the harmony pile too. This could also be a message from one of your pets. In one of the comments, one of my pick a card messages from loved ones, somebody asked if these messages could be coming from pets, and yes, absolutely. So some of you may have had an animal that looked like that, and you're sad, and maybe you're judging because you're so sad over this animal. But friends, I have a pet, and I can completely understand that degree of sadness and that connection with animals. And so it's no coincidence that, you know, you've got this cutie little child right here with these 2 dogs as well. So this could be a message from your pet, as we've got double cards here with animals. And I have to say, not all of the children cards have dogs in them. So I can't help but bring to light the pets. So some of you may have lost a pet recently. And this is your message to say that there's nothing to fear, that they are safe. They're safe and protected, and they're loved, and that they're around you. And again, for some of you, getting out into nature and connecting with animals if you don't have a pet. For those of you who do, who are going through this sad experience, again, maybe it's because of a loss. Maybe you've got a situation in your life that's become very scary and you're missing that masculine figure, or needing that stability of that masculine energy. Again, it could be creator. I feel like this is also an option. Sometimes laying on the couch and letting your pets love you is so healing, and it's so nurturing. One of the messages that I am getting right now, for those of you who chose the faith pile, nurturing and love and receiving and being open to gentleness and peace are some words that I feel like I want to shower upon you as well. So in the transformation deck, I got be true to you. Be true to you. Some of you may have some decisions to make. And I feel like your loved one is in spirit saying, you cannot make the wrong decision if you're true to yourself. And maybe that's why I'm feeling spending time with pets, crying, purging, releasing, always gives you more clarity. And it always opens up room for the angels and your loved ones and guides to come in and offer support. So those of you who are about to or needing to make some decisions, I feel like they're saying, stand in your own integrity. And some of you may be coming upon receiving a lot of information. Maybe there's something going on and there's a lot that you have to do. Maybe there's a lot of action steps, and this can apply to so many experiences. But I feel like they're saying, and so the word decisions keeps popping up in my mind. So if you're coming upon a lot of decisions, have faith in yourself, right? Sometimes it's about being overwhelmed, crying, cleansing the soul, knowing that there's nothing to fear, that Creator, God is with you, that your loved one, that masculine energy is with you. And as long as you're making decisions that's based in your own truth, and you're going to know because it's going to feel right. And really working in harmony and alignment with Creator. Now more than ever being open, saying, God, show me the steps. What am I supposed to do? Make it clear. Show me truth of the situation. Because there's there's a lot of things coming to light that needs to be purged out for the ending of this decade. There's so many wonderful things coming for the Earth Angel Collective 2020 and beyond. But we really need to be energetically strong. And so these last couple months of the year, we're being asked to really rest, recharge, and observe, be present, and become aware. Become aware of the things that we like, the things that we don't like, the things that we want, the things that we don't want, and really focus energy towards the things that feel good to you. It's almost like I'm seeing many, many Earth Angels. It's like you're stepping out of an old skin, like you're shedding the chrysalis and coming out of the butterfly. It's like you've been pushing all year, taking action. And now it's almost like, all right, you're about to bust out, but energetically, the divine sees that you're tired, so you may need to rest. If you're feeling overwhelmed or you're feeling pain in your body, take a time out. In some way or another, set a boundary for yourself. And so the animal message is the monkey. It says, experience all that life has to offer. Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing. And I'm seeing these two energies together. It feels like, gosh, this feels so much like the first pile, the harmony pile. It's interesting, like the messages are so parallel. So you may, if you chose the faith pile, want to pop over and go back to the harmony pile, because there could be additional messages in that can support you as well. But there's also this feeling that you don't have to go it alone. Support is powerful. This may be a message to some of you who are stepping out of relationships with people and experiences that are not supportive. Remember, we're human beings on this planet, and we're biologically, physiologically, however you want to say it, built for connection, to want support and guidance. And I feel like there's been a lot of this separation, this loneliness. Has been a lot of separation from codependent experiences, from people being codependent. And this year alone, we've been individualizing, balancing out our own inner masculine and feminine. And so a lot of you are feeling raw, exposed, vulnerable. And I feel like your loved ones are coming in and saying, you're not alone. We're with you. And so some of you, I feel like maybe this is you here on this planet, and this is what your loved one, this is the love that your loved one is sending down. This is the energy vibration that they're showering you and immersing you in. And of course, Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing, sending you healing energy and support, which gives you more clarity about the truth of yourself. And then finally, the guardian angel message says angel of communication. So again, it goes in alignment with the support. sometimes being able to open up to somebody about your thoughts and your feelings can be incredibly liberating. Also know that I feel like this is your loved one watching over. Maybe you need to have a difficult conversation with a family member, and maybe your loved one is saying, hey, I know you're having a difficult difficult time right now, but I'm overseeing the communication. So this is the number 7. 7 is a very spiritual vibration. 7 to me carries a lot of shadow work, which is going into like the parts of us that need to be healed, the things that we don't know. As a triple moon sign, like my whole entire practice and work is built around stepping into people's shadow and being able to shine a light on the shadow to make the connection so that the healing can take place on a massive level. And so there's a lot of this shadow work that's been coming up. It's really actually since 2017 been coming up for a lot of people. And so I'm seeing like therapists and intuitives and healers, like their work changing, because we know that we've got to work with people on a deeper level. So maybe this is a message for you to reach out to a supportive person, somebody who can listen and offer some guidance for you, and of course calling in the divine as well. And this gives you an opportunity to experience all that life has to offer. So one of the messages that I'm getting here is that your loved ones or creator, however this is resonating for you, is saying that what you're going through right now is an experience, good, bad, or indifferent. It's not something that needs to be judged. So hold on, let me just get some clarity on that. So the appearance of good, bad, and indifferent. So we could be looking at experience and saying, oh, this is a bad experience, or this is a good experience, or this is a neutral experience, or this is indifferent. And I feel like the divine is saying right now you're experiencing all facets of life, and they're all experiences. And I feel like they're asking you to pull back, making judgments and being harsh and bullying yourself, and that critic inside of you that wants to tell you maybe you did something wrong, or maybe you don't know what you're doing, or anything like that. Pull back and allow the experiences to be what they are without judgment of this is good or this is bad, this feels right or this feels wrong. And also too, what you're seeing in the world, and not projecting that energy on the world. What they're doing is good, what they're doing is bad. Pulling back, and right now you're experiencing all facets of life. The pain, the challenge, the struggle, the laughter, the joy, the alignment, the signs, the spirituality, the connection, the sadness, the loneliness. You're experiencing it all right now. And I feel like your angels are saying, or your loved ones in spirit are saying, you're experiencing all that life has to offer right now, and pull back from the critic that says this is good or bad, or that you need to do more. Maybe this is having a conversation with somebody, or maybe this is sitting down and meditating with Creator. Maybe it is calling on your loved ones for assistance. You can absolutely do that as well. All right. So those are the messages for the faith pile. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, or you felt this as truth in some way, please hit the like button. It helps more people to see these videos. If you watched and you feel like this message could be for somebody that you know, please share this with them. I appreciate it. And I thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'm sending you love with heavenly hugs. All right, for those of you who chose the peace pile, welcome. Let's begin. So the first message out, I feel healthy and happy. Beautiful. So I feel like this is a message from, right off the bat, this is a message from a loved one in spirit who may have went through a very difficult illness. And this message is for you to know that they're healthy and happy now. So I'm almost getting an image of somebody who may have been in a wheelchair. Now this isn't for everybody, but this is just a small part. Or somebody who went through degeneration of the body. So maybe the illness or virus, or maybe they had an experience that led them to a wheelchair, took a toll on their body, because I'm feeling like very low energy, like really tired. And so I almost feel like they're telling me, or they're guiding me to share with you, instantaneously in their transition, it was like they found the fountain of youth and was revitalized immediately. There's something symbolic about this person on this mountain right here, because if you think about when you get to the top of the mountain, it's because of a climb. It's because of a challenge and difficult situation. When you get to the top, there's this ultimate freedom. And so I feel like your loved one is saying, I can walk now. I have made the journey and I am free and I feel healthy and happy. So I feel like this is almost a liberation from your loved one. And I feel like the message is coming in to bring you peace, to know that they've arrived and they're receiving the love and the blessings and the healing from the divine, from Creator. But like I said, it's almost like I see their body at the end of life, and it was very, very like debilitated, like they weren't themselves, and they were just so tired, and it may have been hard for them to go. I feel like these could have been young souls. I feel like it could be like, maybe somebody who was in their 50s, or maybe somebody who was in their 40s or 30s. Like I just feel like they're younger souls who had so much life in them, and then through an experience, degeneration of virus and illness in some way, it started to slowly break down. And I just see very low energy, like unable to eat and things like that. And again, this is just specific to so that you can get more clarity on if this pile is for you or not. And if this isn't resonating, you can continue to watch, because maybe other messages will come up that will resonate. But I also encourage you to check out the other piles too. So an additional message, there's no need to worry. So this is an additional message that if you were a caregiver for this person, if you were one who went and showed up and visited, if you're the one that drove them around, if you're the one that stayed by their bedside, I'm also getting an image right now of maybe you read books to this person, or magazines or something, or maybe you read to them in some way. I feel like they're thanking you for that. And again, it's a general message, just take in the pieces that feel like truth, but this is a specific message for a select few that they thank you. Maybe they were just like sleeping, or maybe they were in a coma or something, and you weren't sure if they heard you or not, but they're thanking you. And the worry comes from like, are they okay? Like, is anybody taking care of them? Like, who's going to take care of them in the afterlife? Maybe they don't have a lot of loved ones on the other side. And I feel like they're saying, this is them. Like, you do not need to worry. They are free, they're happy, they're vitalized, they're laughing and dancing, and their energy or their soul is just vibrant energy. So now it's almost like they want to take that vibrant energy and sprinkle it down to you to revitalize, because they know that this journey that you went on with them was debilitating and energy depleting in its own way. And so they understand, like, they want to take care of you now on the other side, and they know that maybe you need rest, and maybe you need to be recharged, and maybe you're still worried about them, and they want to alleviate you from the worry. And it could be they could be worrying about you. And so as you're able to shift and move through the grieving and healing process, it can alleviate this worry. So we got 3 butterfly messages that popped out. So the first one that came out is, you are stronger than you know. Again, going along with this message of the loved one, you may feel like you're in a place where you're like, I can't do this without them. Like, I need them. They were my whole life. They were my whole world. And I feel like your loved one sees you on the other side saying, you're so much stronger than you know. And it's almost like they want to thank you. So for somebody who can continue to show up for somebody who is unable to take care of themselves, who is at the total mercy of a caregiver, that strength of the caregiver. My heart wants to cry. It's such a beautiful thing when an earth angel can show up for somebody day after day, and the needs of that person is so demanding. And so they want to reflect back upon, you're maybe thinking like, I can't do it, and I'm so tired, and I miss them so much, and what am I going to do? I feel like they're saying you're stronger than you know. Self-care. This is another additional message, right? You're stronger than you know, and they're saying that you can do this. And right now, more than ever, taking care of yourself. Now, this means not pampering yourself, eating and doing things for yourself in a good way. That's all fine and dandy. But a deeper meaning of this self-care is being kind to yourself. Honoring and accepting the space that you're in, knowing that you're here and it can only get better day by day. I'm also getting to continue to let people in. You don't have to go it alone. So sometimes the caregiver has a really hard time receiving. They're really good at giving. And so I feel right now this message is, you need more than anything support to receive love, kindness, peace, allowing gentle things in your life, allowing people to show up for you. Sometimes it's asking for support, asking for healing, asking for prayers. That's a hard thing for a caregiver because you're so comfortable in giving, but I feel like some of you may be so depleted right now and you're just so maxed out energetically. It's time for you to recharge. And then the third card was an end of an era. So I feel like the person that passed may have been an incredible human being. That's the words that I'm getting. It's almost like your loved one saying they were an incredible human being. So they may have embodied incredible strength, incredible wisdom, incredible knowledge. Maybe they were incredibly powerful and supportive in your life. Maybe they were a mentor or a teacher for you in a lot of ways. Maybe you looked up to this person, and I feel like they're joking with me. It kind of feels like they're funny, like, with my passing, it was the end of an era. And so this could also be, maybe they were the last of their generation that passed, and or like, let's say if they were all siblings and they were the last of the sibling, or they were last of the group, it's almost like they're saying it was like the end of an era. And it almost feels like they're joking. Like, I brought so much energy or so much goodness when I left. It was the end of an era. So even this card makes sense. Of course they would climb the mountain. Of course they would come in saying, it's almost like I'm seeing, like, that muscle figure when your arms are up and like it's like they're showing you their guns, like their biceps and their muscles. I'm getting that image as well. So it's almost like they know that it's kind of like they're trying to make you laugh a little bit. They're trying to bring you peace through laughter. And there's like this end of an era. Some of you may have said that. Oh, with their passing, it was an end of the era, or they broke the mold with that person because they were incredibly unique. They were incredibly a beautiful spirit if it was feminine, or very charming if it was masculine, very wise, very like it could have been demanding, like it could have been the matriarch energy or the patriarch energy or the queen, or maybe he was a king in his own right, or maybe this person was just so gentle and beautiful and their presence healed people. So I feel like they're joking here with the end of the era, but they, all kidding aside, they want you to really take care of yourself. If you're being hard on yourself and you're pushing yourself, like that is just going to kind of deplete you even more, and it's not healthy. You know, maybe receiving some energy work, or you know, some support from people who are going to revitalize you and uplift you. So the animal message here is the whale. I love it. It says, live as a fully conscious being. Archangels Mary and Jules. I love it. So the whale, it's believed that when the whale blows the water out of its blowhole, and that's what it's called, it's actually sending messages out into the universe. The same thing with dolphins. It's like when they come up. It's like, so water is very feminine. Feminine energy has the gift of being able to see the unseen in incredible ways. It's the shadow energy. So it almost feels like your loved one. It's like they're going into the abyss. They're going into the deep, and they're coming out. And they really want you to take care of yourself so that you can hear them, so that you can see them, that you can feel their messages. I feel like they're coming in here with this whale picture saying they have messages for you. There's things that they learned on the other side that they want you to know. And those messages are going to come in the stillness. Any type of worry, deep sadness, if you're escaping from your feelings and you're just staying busy all the time, it's going to make it harder for you to heal and connect and hear your loved ones. And so that's why they say here, live as a fully conscious being, meaning that your journey with them is not over. Your journey and your connection with them is only just beginning. And now they have knowledge and wisdom that they want to share with you, that they've learned in their life, that they can support you in your own journey. This isn't the end. It almost feels like it's just the beginning, just like we're ending a decade. You know, we're ending this decade and we're going into a new one. So it's an end in a lot of ways, but we get to go into a brand new beginning. And this is the cycle of life. There really is no death and finality. Some things are ending and transitional, and some things complete, and sometimes it's actual the physical body that transitions. But as a spiritual being, we know, especially through my work of mediumship and these cards that come out, that they're still vibrationally there, that there's still messages and knowledge and wisdom to be shared with you, and all you have to do is be open. All you have to do is be open to receiving. But again, if you're being hard on yourself and you're escaping from your feelings and you're bottling it all up, it just makes it cloudier. It almost feels like when you're constipated and you know you need a release, but you're just constipated, and now you have brain fog and you're uncomfortable. It's really hard to find ease in that energy. And so that's why I feel with your energy right now, it might be clogged, it might be backed up, it might be stuck. And I feel like all you have to do is talk to Creator and just take a few deep breaths, drink your water, slow down, and be mindful of your actions that can help fill you up. And then the final message, I love it. The Angel of Determination. This message right here says, don't give up. I just pulled this card, I believe, in one of my weekly Sunday readings. I think this card came up in the last Sunday reading. So here's the 9 here. Again, 2019, the end of a decade. We're ending. And so I feel like they're saying, don't give up. Be determined to continue to walk in the light. And so again, look at this message here. Now I have to say, your loved one could be masculine, or like I said, it could be a very powerful feminine energy, but it's no coincidence that these both came up in this way. And again, maybe you were their caretaker and they want you to see them in this high vibrational energy. But they also want you to be determined. Maybe your loved one, and again, this is general, so it might not resonate with everybody, but maybe your loved one started something here. Maybe through their own kindness, or maybe through their own being of their humanness, they started something. And they're saying, and maybe they were just very determined to stay positive, determined to help people. Maybe they were just motivators and they just continue to go, and you're not feeling that yourself. They're saying, like, you're a part of them. You're part of their story. You're part of, maybe you're part of their family. Maybe it's blood. And they're saying that you have that within you as well. And they're saying here, don't give up. Be determined to heal, determined to continue their mission. Maybe you started something. Maybe you started a foundation. Maybe there's a mission that you're on, and they want you to continue to be determined. Maybe it's not working out the way you thought, or maybe it's not like they would have done it, and maybe they're saying it's time to end that part and maybe embark on something in a different way. I love that. But ultimately, they're free. They're happy, they're powerful, and they want you to walk with them in the light. Not on the other side, here. That's why I feel like the whale message came in. Like, as you continue your healing process and you let those feelings flow, there are so many wonderful grief counselors. There are so many amazing therapists out there who can support you in the grieving process. Sometimes a group helps, sometimes it doesn't. You definitely have to use your discretion, and that's that part of self-care. This is going to feel good, or this is not going to feel good. But don't give up. If you started something and it's not really working out and you're frustrated, be determined to keep going, to find another way. Maybe there's another action. One step always leads to another. And I feel like that's what your guides want you to know, that there's knowledge and wisdom that they want to share with you. They're saying that this relationship isn't over, it's just the beginning. And they need you to get strong. Uncover the worry. Shed that energy so that you can invite peace in your life. Wow. Another amazing message. So for those of you who chose the peace pile, thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, or maybe you were inspired by it, hit the like button. That's going to help more people see these videos. If you feel like you watched this and this is resonating with maybe somebody that you know, or maybe it could resonate with somebody that you know, please share this with them. And I just want to close space, thanking all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator of the universe, and all his holy beings of light who assisted with this guidance for you today. And I'm going to ask that any healing that was started continue for as long as it needs to be done, in mind, body, spirit, and emotions in all ways. And if these messages inspired you and you would love to connect more, I offer Skype sessions, FaceTime sessions, Zoom sessions, in-office sessions, phone sessions. Connect with me. The messages are powerful. You receive a digital recording of the message too, that you could also share with other loved ones. And they're just really profound and powerful. So remember, friends, I love you so much. God loves you. Trust in the divine. Trust your intuition. And I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.